Okay, so what I want to do here is actually clean up this document so that the information aligns correctly. So what I did is I took the information that you had given and I turned it into rows. And now what I need to do is get everything lined up accordingly, because sometimes the data doesn't align. So for example, if you click the little square on the top of any of these columns, you can sort by the data. And here I can see there's three types of data, or two types. There's first names and last names. But really, the data should just be first names, okay? Because the column to the left, every two columns, the one on the left describes what should be in the right. So these are all first names here in column D, and it should list first names all here, okay? But you can see the first name is moved over here, so what we're gonna do is copy the row, or cut it, and just move it over, okay? And you can see that kind of moved it, but now we have to still move it just a little bit more. Okay, and what we need to do is basically sort through everything so that when you click on this top box, on the rows that don't have a heading, it should just show the title of what's here, okay? That is the core thing we're trying to do today. So when you click on this box, the thing that is shown here should be what is shown in the row, the title of the row next to it. And we need to do that throughout. And so let's go ahead and see here. Let's go ahead and sort. So there's no middle name initials listed here. Okay, but this is but we see that there's some here. So what we should really do is that sort. So we're going to take all the ones here. Now we don't know how many there are, and we're just going to move everything over, okay? Move it all over to the left. Now another way, so that's going to take a long time to scroll like that. So another way to do this is actually just to go to the top. First we're going to freeze this top row, so it's always there. What we're going to do is we can go to the top. You might know how to use the filter view, but if not, we're going to click uncheck last name. So we're just going to see middle name, middle initial name. What we're going to do is we're going to highlight everything to the bottom, highlight it all to the right, cut it, and just move it over one. So that kind of helps us a little bit. Okay, and actually we want this to be, now we have to move all the titles over, right, to get them aligned accordingly. Great, so now middle initials names are here in the middle. Now we move, and so now you can see just the only one that shows up here. So let's move to the next row. In the last name column is only last names, perfect. Now let's check out emails. Emails, okay, so there's some company names here. The company is supposed to be down there. Okay, so you get the point, so we're gonna kind of keep sorting through. And you'll find the one caveat is sometimes there's things that aren't listed, like LinkedIn address. Well, there's no LinkedIn address title. So if you find something in one of these rows that doesn't have a heading, and there isn't a heading for it, like if we sort this one, let's sort it by ascending. So fax number, we see a fax number there, so we need to move this information over. But there's no LinkedIn address, and there's no photo. So if there's nothing like that, what we do is we copy this, and we go ahead and create a new column for it at the end. So I would go ahead and create a column right here called LinkedIn address. And then we can, for those contacts, we can put LinkedIn address, okay? A couple key points. You're gonna find that a number of these will have items that go into many cells. Okay, and that's gonna make it really complicated. So the last key thing I'll tell you is there's a formula that looks like this, okay? I'm going to copy it and I'll show you. There's a formula that looks like this, okay? Let's take away that period. And so what this formula says is, you know, whatever's in, let's do it here actually. Let's say we want to combine all of these texts and we just want to have only a comma separated. So you'd say, we click on this thing. What I like to do is I just copy the middle of this. So we want this cell and this cell to be combined. And then you get those cells combined with just a comma. But let's say we want to add a lot more. So we just add that piece, the kind of middle piece, and we do another one. Then we add this one. Then we add this one, this one, this one, this one, okay? And we keep on doing that, okay? Until, for some of these that just have a lot of stuff, but it's the same topic. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that cell here, that formula here, so you can access it. Now, a core thing to remember is that this problem is mainly gonna happen when you get to services, when you get to degree, and when you get to crops. For example, these are all different crops here. Soybean, cotton, corn, wheat, rice, until you get to services. Those should all be in the same box under crop, okay? So I know it's a bit tricky, but try your best. And if you have any questions, let me know and we can go from there. Thank you.